We're now looking at the properties of proportions. This was at the beginning of section 2. So we want to write 4 true proportions for the information that is here. We've got mn over rs, which is mn over rs would be 8 over 10, and np over st would be 4 over x. So of course the first one we can write is just what's given to us. The second one we would use the reciprocal property, which means I can flip the 8 and the 10, making it 10 over 8, and make this x over 4 using the reciprocal property again. 10 over 8 equals x over 4. Then we can take this original one and we can flip the means. If you remember from section 1, the means are these two in the middle here, and the first and the last one, those are the extremes. So if we flip the means, we get the same answer. Again, the 4 would come down here, the 10 would go up here. We get 8 over 4 equals 10 over x. The last one we can do is from the last property, property 4 I believe it is, where we take the bottom and we add it to the top and keep the bottom there. So it would be 8 plus 10 over 10. And then we do the same over here. We take the bottom and add it to the top and keep the bottom there. So it would be 4 plus x over x. So again, we would have 8 plus 10 over 10, or 18 over 10, and 4 plus x over x. For the second one, we've got BD over DA equals BE over EC. And we want to find BA, which is x, and also BD, which is this unknown area here. Now we do have a problem, because if we have BD over DA equals BE over EC, we don't know what BD is. So we want to find out what x is. So instead of saying BD over DA, we're going to say BD plus DA over DA, and BE plus EC over EC, using that fourth property once again. So we're given that, and again, using the property of proportions, we can write that the whole thing over this part equals the whole thing here, which would be 24 over this part. So we plug in our numbers. X is the whole thing, 3 is the bottom part, 18 plus 6 or 24 is the top, 6 is the bottom. We would then do cross multiplication. 6x gives me 3 times 24, and then we divide both sides by 6, and we'd get x equals 12. So the whole length here is 12. If I want to find BD, I would do 12 minus 3, or 9. So our lengths are 12 and 9 here. For the third one, we want to find the scale of the blueprint. We know on the blueprint it's 5, and on the antenna, the actual antenna, it's 2 centimeters. So when we do scale, first of all, we want the drawing on top and the actual length on the bottom. The big thing to remember is the actual length is on the bottom. So if you look, the blueprint is actually making it bigger than it actually is. On the blueprint it's 5, the actual length is 2. When we do scale, the denominator has to be 1. Even if you get a decimal, the scale has to be 1. Or I'm sorry, the denominator has to be 1 for the scale. So in this case, again, we're writing ratio of length of the drawing to the actual length, and the denominator has to be 1. So it's length on blueprint over length on antenna. This would be 5 centimeters over 2 centimeters. Reducing this by dividing both top and bottom by 2, we would end up with 2.5 to 1. So our scale of our blueprint is 2.5 to 1. And for this last one, we're going to take the proportion that we had from example 1, which I believe was 8 over 10 equals 4 over x, and we could use any of those examples, we'd still get the same answer, but we do cross multiplication here. We would get 8x equals 40, and dividing both sides by 8, we would get x equals 5. So our answer there is 5. For the second one, we've got our picture again. Now it says that DE over AC equals BE over BC. We don't know what AC is, so I'm just going to put a y there. And so we can say 12 over y is equal to BE is 18 over 6. Is that right? Yes. So cross multiplying, we get 18y is equal to, I'm going to just write 12 times 6. Sometimes when you don't have a calculator, This is the best way to go. So I'm going to divide both sides by 18. Those cancel, and we have y here. I can divide both top and bottom here by 6. So I'd get 1 here, and I would get 3 here. And then dividing both top and bottom by 3, I would get 1 here and 4 here. That doesn't make sense. I did something wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 and 18. Oh, what did I do wrong? Let's take a look at the answer first. I get 16. So let's go back. What did I do wrong? 12 times 6, and then we divide by 18. 12 times 6 is 72. 72 divided by... Let's try this again. Let's go back up to the top. I did something horribly wrong. So it would be 12 over y. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, sorry about that. Start over. Sorry. You're going to be angry with me, aren't you? And BE is 18. BC is the whole thing. That's 24. Blah. Okay. So we've got 18y is equal to 12 times 24. Divide both sides by 18. And y is equal to, let's do this again. So both of these are divisible by 3 for sure. Actually by 6. Divide this by 6, I get 2. Divide this by 6, I get 3. And then these are both divisible by 3, so I would get 8 here and 1 here. And there's my 16. Okay? And for the last one, we want to write the scale if the length on the blueprint was 10 centimeters. So remember, it's going to be the drawing divided by the actual, which was 2 centimeters. So we divide both top and bottom by 2, we would get 5 to 1 would be our scale. So 5 centimeters to 1 centimeter. And the secret word I'm going to tell you in the second video. So keep watching. Thanks. Bye.